Good evening and welcome to another episode of My Fiber Fun. Well, I'm here just for a few updates for some updates on a few things. So I said, well, let me come on today. We're not going to be getting started with the story. Hopefully, I may film an episode of that tonight, but it won't be posted until tomorrow. I think I said Wednesday, so I'm gonna try to stay on that schedule so I don't overload you guys. Oh, there's a lot here. I said, let me put my thoughts down and go back. It's hard to even imagine that he has been deceased now. He passed in late 2001 in September. He passed September 26th, 2001. And at the time of his passing, and I'll get to all that, throughout the story, but I will say that up until he died, he was coherent. In fact, the night that he died, we said our goodbyes because I knew he was going to die. I just knew. We'll get into that later. But I knew that was it, and he knew too. And so basically, when I saw him that last time, I went up there that evening after, was it before class or after class? It was after class. I went up there because I needed to sit with him because he was being transferred from the hospital to a nursing home in Oklahoma City where his niece and nephew lived. And so I knew he didn't want to go there, but he had to, basically. And I knew that was it. I could just tell. And so I said, well, Mr. Andrews, look like our journey ends. Because, oh, believe me, throughout the journey, we discussed it. And I found out he knew about me before I even came. Hence the surprise look when he saw me. I'll tell you about that. And, of course, my prayer being answered when I met him. So, yeah, hence my surprise look. But we'll get into all that. That'll come up in the next episode. And this is going to be a mini-series, y'all. I'm sorry. And you'll find out why. But I think he'll be interesting enough for you to appreciate it, I guess. I'm hoping. I just want to get his story out because, like I said, we had a book deal. And I will explain that also in the next video. It's going to be like almost another pre-story because it's just so much that was packed into that year and 10 months. Well, it's around a year and 10 months that we knew each other, and it was almost like a whole 20 years worth of knowing him. That's just how much happened. It's like we made the best of it and we didn't miss a beat with anything. No regrets whatsoever. Yes, I miss him terribly. And like I just said, it's hard to imagine that he's been passed since 2001, and that's 24 years. He's been gone just that long. It's just hard to imagine that long. So he would have been 126 years old now. And so, but I remember him, and that's how I'm gonna begin the story, with a lesson that I learned about legacy and being remembered. Y'all, it's gonna blow y'all mind. But anyway, so I just want to let you know, all the stuff you see here, and there's probably going to be more because every memory hasn't come back yet, I'm quite sure. And in my shed, which is off limits now because of the groundhog hole, and I did catch the groundhog on Saturday, and then he escaped. He busted through the cage, y'all, injured himself, blood was everywhere, it was a massacre, okay? I think he died. I haven't seen him since. He hasn't taken any food, and he loved that cantaloupe. So if he's not appearing because of me feeding him, I think he crawled back into the hole and died, or he died somewhere. Okay, I haven't smelled him yet, and I haven't seen the flies. So we'll get that figured out later. But in the meantime, my shed is off limits, but I actually have a plastic tub in there. Everything is in good condition. I looked at it last year. I have his artifacts, tapes of him, videotapes of him, because when we were getting the book together, they gave me instructions on what to do and everything. And so I still have all that stuff. I have a slew of pictures. All that stuff is packed away in a tub nicely and neatly. Newspaper articles, all that stuff. but it's in the shed and I can't get to it right now, so oh well. Okay, so let's move on, because I've already, this ended up being another pre-story. I done wasted 5 minutes. Okay, so that will begin. We'll get that filmed and I'll get that hopefully uploaded tomorrow. Announcement number 2. Yesterday I received in the mail my cancellation notice from the Slam Insurance, the Complete. So they sent the cancellation notice and everything. And what I'm mad about is it shows that the cancellation is not in effect until June the 30th. So I better get that checked, because, well, they have to send it because it was paid. They my mortgage company paid them the money from June 30th until June 30th of next year. So that doesn't matter. I should still get, but see, I should have been getting an extra $300 or $400 for myself. And I would have just shot it to my mortgage company, and I would have had them to just put it in escrow so that if anything comes up later, that money would have been there. That's what I was going to do. I wasn't going to spend it or anything. The only money I spend is when the mortgage company sends me a check because my house payment has dropped or they've made some sort of adjustment. So basically, so I'm not going to get it. So that's it. I'll just get that $1,200, and I'm waiting on it because they sent the notice, but they haven't sent the money. They should have been putting all that in the thing. Then I got my declarations packet from my new insurance. So, and it shows that I've been insured. Actually, they went on and backtracked it. It has 4/28 or whatever. And so next year on the 28th of April, that's when it'll be renewed, which is okay with me. So we'll see how it all pans out. I'm just glad that that seems to be straightened out. Then the doctor, or the medicine. Yesterday, I hear from the nurse. She told me, she said, we talked a week and a half ago. I was like, yeah, I was going to call you. Anyway, excuse me. Gotta do this now or else. Piece of mint stuck in the straw. Ooh, that mint water is good as mojito mint too. Oh my God, it's delicious. Okay, anyway, the nurse called on yesterday, and she said, I've been calling and calling and calling the doctor's office because we knew that they were the holdup for the pre-authorization. Then she had been calling my insurance to check to see if they've received anything back from my doctor's office. Nothing. Crickets. They never called her back. No response. No one answered. The whole 9 yards. So this has been going on for what, 2 weeks now since I last, told y'all about it. Well, she said, this is what I want you to do. She said, I called and left a message for your doctor himself, not the staff. I went over them and left a message for your doctor. She's like, so I hope to hear from him today. This was yesterday. She said, but what I want you to do, she said, I want you to call the office and you tell them. And what happened was they had canceled my insurance. The prescription had expired because it's been like 2 months. And so it expired and we had to start all over again. Although they had, my insurance had the information and stuff, basically all they still needed was the answer to those 2 questions that they sent, which was something to do with the federal regulations and whatnot, because they had the other stuff, but it had expired. So that meant that the prescription would need to be written again, and then those 2 questions answered. So she called my doctor and she told me, call the staff and I want you to explain to them that the prescription expired. You've been waiting for 2 months. The nurse has been trying to call. And she was like, just so it'll be on record that you tried to contact them, and that I've been contacting them. And she said, and when I speak with the doctor, I'm going to let him know that we've been contacting. She was like, I just want all bases covered. I was like, okay, I'll do that. Did it. I left a scathing message, I can get mean when I need to. I was like, I've been suffering for 2 months here. All you need to do is fill out the doggone pre-authorization form, answer the 2 questions left over. I was like, and we've been waiting 2 weeks for that. No one has called me back. No one has called the nurse back. She's waiting. Now we have to start over because everything expired. Oh, I went on and on and on. And so I didn't know what was going to happen. No one called me back yesterday. So I told the nurse, okay, I called and I told her what I said and everything. She said, good. She was like, and I'm still waiting on the doctor. Shoot, this morning, I wake up, it was about 9 o'clock, and I didn't even hear my phone ring or anything. There was a message there saying that, oh no, it was a message from my insurance company saying, you have been pre-authorized for your medication. You can call and set up your scheduled delivery. I was like, whoa. So then I immediately called the nurse and I asked for a Kate. I was like, Kate? I was like, I just received a message from my insurance company. She hadn't even gotten it yet. So she was just fine. I was like, my insurance company just sent me a message letting me know I'm approved. So obviously my doctor got that message, and I hope he laid it on his staff, because that was just totally uncalled for, unprofessional, and everything else, unethical. What if it was somebody waiting on a heart medication or something, you know, life or death? And for me, shoot, darn near life or death. I've been suffering all these weeks, and thank God things are calming down, but I'm still not out of this flare at all, by no means. You know, I'm still feeling it and all that, but I'm feeling better. I can at least function a little bit, and I have to be careful with that. So anyway, so everything is set with that now. So when I was on the phone with Kay, we got everything set up. And so I go to pick up my medication. It wasn't late, it was early when we talked, but the pharmacy still has to, the pharmacist, he needed to talk to me. We were on the phone for over 30 minutes because I wanted to know everything about this medication. And I told him I'm scared of it and everything. So we went through the whole thing. He said, we've never had a problem with anyone. He said the main thing is that you have to have your liver function checked once a month for the first year to make sure that, because it's absorbed through the liver. And the other thing was, most of our conversation revolved around my ostomy, because with my ostomy, I don't absorb as much, and medications and things can go right through depending on if my stoma is active. And so he said that will not be a problem. He said once you swallow the medication, he said it will immediately dissolve and be absorbed through your liver. He said, not your stoma. He said, so he said, whereas other medicines would, be absorbed through your intestinal tract, he said this will not. He said that's the purpose of we needing to check your liver every month to make sure that it doesn't damage your liver. So that's the biggest risk with this medicine. Although there are rare side effects and all that, so that's scary. I hate taking a pill for the first time, especially when it's something that detrimental, strong and whatnot. But I've got to do it. So I told him, okay, pharmacist, I'll say a prayer and pop the pill. So he laughed. He was like, well, we're here 24 hours a day for, if you have any questions, you can always talk to the nurse, one of the nurses on staff, or your nurse every day. He said, so you should be okay. He said, and we will be checking on you every week, he said, for sure. So he said, don't worry about that. He said, so I go pick it up Thursday at my Myers, because especially people have to send it to them. I'll pick it up Thursday morning and I'll be popping the pill. I don't know if I should wait till Monday. I might just wait till Sunday or Monday to pop the first one so that I can stay on track, because I will be using my pill thing, because I need to write down different things, what time, things like that. So I'm thinking to begin it at the beginning of the week, either it'll probably be Sunday, because Sunday is technically your first day of the week. So I'll begin it on Sunday, because we're only looking at 3 days, and then that gives me time to read everything and all that. So, but anyway, I'm just happy that I'll be starting it. And yes, my immune system, that we talked about that too, because I told him, how long is it going to take before it suppresses me? He said, unlike Imuran, which I've been on before, Imuran is an immune suppressant that suppresses your immune system immediately. It works like a steroid. Although it's not a steroid, it shuts things down within like a day or two. they tell you to wear a mask right away. And that stuff it acts fast, just like steroids do. But this is more of a gradual effect. So he said, wear your mask and everything. He said, because he said, especially with your stoma, he said, although it's going to be absorbed through the liver, he said, when your immune system begins to shut down because of the stoma and whatnot, we don't know if it's going to accelerate or if it's going to be slower. He said, normally it takes a month. He said, sometimes a little less. He said, before and he said, your first set of blood work will, acknowledge that it's, that's taken effect, because numbers of different things will begin to drop. So he said probably about a month. He said, but just right away, he said, just automatically just start. He said, when you're around people, when you're, out and about, he said, just make sure that you're masked up. And so I'll probably be doubly masked now. And it's gotten hot too, so that can bring on illnesses and whatnot. The least little thing can make me sick. I'll be able to get a cold easy, all that stuff. So I have to be very, very careful. So I'll do that. Okay, so we'll end that because we're already at 20 minutes. I went to my favorite store, Pelly's. This is the third and final announcement, and then we'll end it. I went to my favorite store, Pelly's, and look what they had, y'all. I controlled myself because they had like 4 of them there, and I didn't buy all 4. I just bought one. I bought the ones that have a kohlrabi already developing. So I said, I have 2 out there that's already developed, and the kohlrabi is growing, and I'll be picking that probably in the next couple of weeks. So I said, I want 3 more. In fact, I should go get more, but they have more at the store, so I'm gonna go get that. I've already frozen 2 bags of kohlrabi for the winter. And I'm going to Meijer's when I go to pick up the medicine Thursday. It's back in stock, so I'm gonna pick up 8 more. And I picked up 16 the other day because it was on sale, 4 for $2. Now it's back to being 4 for $2.50. But I said, I'll buy 8 more, $5. That'll get me 8 more, and that will be enough for the summer. I have 2 bags frozen now. I'm gonna freeze the ones that I'm growing, and then also, I think out of the 8, 4 of them will get me a bag for the summer to eat on, and then the other 4 I will add to what I've already frozen. That should get me another bag. So I think 3 bags will get me through the winter. I just love the stuff, and I had just tasted it for the first time. In fact, I'm cooking some tonight. I'm making a dish I call slop. I'm just putting everything in there. I'm putting some smoked sausage I'm gonna cut up. I'm gonna smother it all in the skillet. I'm using some potatoes, some kohlrabi, some okra, yellow bell pepper, Italian seasoning, salt, pepper, what else? There's something else I'm putting in there. Oh, some basil. I'm just slopping it, okay? And it's gonna be called slop. And so that's dinner tonight, okay? And probably tomorrow too. Okay, so I will do that. And then I still have one more, actually 2 more announcements, but they'll be quick. Y'all, I found a watermelon. That's the way I call it. That's the way what I named it. Remember the other day, and that's what gave me the epiphany, okay? Remember when I said I'm doing the blanket, the one solid color with that olive color? Well, and then I said, this almost reminds me of a watermelon. I was like, wait a minute. These 7 skeins, okay, I'm halfway done with it now. As you can see, I'm making a trashy shawl. But look, the white for the watermelon, the rind, glue yarn. And then, although I've got this and I've got this from the liquidation. So this is going to be a rectangular trashy shawl, and it's long. It's long, and so it's just enough yarn. I've gone through 4 balls. I'm on the 4th ball now, and I have 3 balls left. I had 7. I thought I had 6, but I had 7. It's going to give me approximately 50 rolls, and the trashy shawl is 53 rolls. Well, I'll get that when I border it. So I'll be bordering it. First will be white for the rind. Next will be the apple green, which is this lighter one. And then the third one will be that darker green. So I'll have 2 rows of the white, 1 row of the light green, and then 2 rows of the darker green. That will be my rind. And then I stuck this here so I wouldn't lose it. My mother's best friend that passed away a year ago, and not to mention the beads that I have. Remember, I bought those beads from the liquidation store, but I didn't want to open them. But she had, it was a whole big giant tub of beads in my spare bedroom, and whole slew of black beads. So here's 2 of them, and I took the rest of them out there in the bag in the living room. These will be my seeds that will go across this. So I'm gonna have a watermelon trashy show, y'all. So that will definitely be going to the family reunion to wear on night number 2, because we're going to be there. Actually, my sister, she's on the committee, so we're going a little bit early. We'll be leaving, let's see, the 4th is on Friday, I believe. We're leaving Thursday, and then we're not coming back until like Monday or Tuesday. So we're going to be gone a few days, longer than we were the last time. The last time we just stayed overnight. This time we're going to be there like 3 or 4 nights, and we'll be at the hotel. My sister's paying for that, so yay. I'm just helping her with gas. I told her I'll do a fill up. So that's it for me. Okay, so, and here's the final thing, y'all. I went to my store, Pelly's, because as you see, I bought the kohlrabi. I went to find some more okra because all but 3 died, and I have 1 that's dying. So it looks as if I'm gonna only have 2 okra. Something about this soil that I planted it in has killed all of them, including what I had bought at Pelly's a few weeks ago. I bought like 6 plants, and only 3 of them are surviving. One's growing, and the other one is dying, and then I have 1 that's pretty healthy in the other tub. So I'm getting ready to switch that okra over to a new tub, and I'll show you. Here's the okra. That one's alive. See how the other ones have died, but there's one that's alive. This one is struggling, but it's still alive. So that's why I want to catch it now. Oops, sorry y'all. And the third one. And then I'm gonna put it in some new soil here. And then the third one looks pretty good. And then that one might survive. So I might have a 4th one. So I'm gonna transfer it. Let me let this down so I don't keep making y'all dizzy. I'm gonna transfer it into this blue tub that I have. Oops, that's the soil, y'all. I'm gonna transfer it all into that blue tub and then put it back over in the corner where it was. And then those 3 little tubs, the little tubs are good. I drilled holes in them. See how my eggplant is coming along in that little tub? And then I have onions in that one. So all the little tubs I've used. Basil in that little tub right there on the, next to the mojito mint. See how beautiful that is? So these little tubs that I got at the dollar store are excellent. So I'm gonna fill 3 of them up for these kohlrabis. I'll put 1 in each tub. And then here's the soil. So I have my amendments out. I'm not using much, just a little bone blood meal and some plant tone. And that's gonna be it. Okay, let's get back. Okay, so, hold on. Oops, I'm all down. Y'all see I got on shorts. I'm dirty because I've spilled dirt on me. And ooh, I hope y'all didn't see my bag. If that show up on camera, y'all will not be seeing this film because it's hanging out. Oh, I hope y'all didn't see it. Maybe I can try to edit it out. I'll see. Okay, so last but not least. Okay, where is it? Oops. When I went to Pelly's, remember I told y'all about the hippie rocks? I had to do it, y'all. I had to do it. I commissioned her today, so I have to go next Wednesday to pay her for the hippie rock. I commissioned her for a happy face. She had a beautiful sunflower where she painted the rock yellow, and it just looks like a sunflower rock. So I'll probably get that when she had a lot of flower power rocks. They've been selling, they went up on price, but I talked her down on this rock that I bought today. So I paid $1 less than what it cost. The rock cost $8, and I said, will you do 7? I was like, I'm on a budget. So she was like, yeah, I'll do it, because I was telling her all about my hippie corner and stuff, and she was commissioned. So she's doing me a happy face. It'll be a rock that's yellow. I told her the size, And then she's going to paint the happy face on it. And then I'll be getting a few more because she has some nice rocks there. But this, I couldn't resist today, y'all. So like I said, I paid $7, although it was marked at $8. It gets no better than this. So this is it. And then I asked her, I was like, so don't tell me you wasn't born in the 70s. I was like, I hope you didn't miss that decade because it's the best decade ever. She said she was born in 2002. I was like, girl, get out of here. I was like, you can only hear the stories, okay? So anyway, but her mother is the one who actually does the painting. She's the daughter. So her mother, that's why she knew what to do. She knew to target us hippies. I was like, you have found your audience with me. She was like, oh, with a lot of other people too. She was like, these things are selling like hotcakes. The rocks, she had these big ones that were $25. They have since gone up to $38. And then she has the medium size are now $25. Those were $15. Although she says she'll do my hippie rock commission, the rocks that, you know, because I haven't decided yet. I know I want the happy face. And I may have her to do a flower power one with the word flower power. So she's only charging me $15. So I only want a couple. I'm not gonna buy all of them, but this one, I just had to get this. So to the hippie corner it goes. Let's get it there now. Oh, that's beautiful. Ooh, yeah, I gotta let y'all see it, y'all. I hope y'all can see it. See it? Wait, let me see if y'all see it. Wait a minute. Okay, the rock is here. Okay. Okay, I think I got the camera on it. There it is. The piece thing, and then the hand piece, and then the word piece. This is just beautiful. Okay, and I told her I will be taking a picture of the hippie corner, and I said, and so you can see it. And so I think once she see the picture, I have a feeling that I'm gonna be getting either free rocks. She's gonna be wanting to, I think she's gonna be wanting to contribute to it or something, or she gonna charge me more, one or the other. She gonna be like, oh, I got her good. Let me go up on this price. No, I think she'll be okay. She'll be happy to see that someone, especially her mother, you know, her mother will probably be like, oh, okay, I can relate to this. Okay, so anyway, let me get off of here because I need to get this done. So I will talk to you guys later, and may God bless you all. So if you don't see the video tomorrow, I'm gonna try to film it tonight. If I film it tonight, it'll definitely be posted early tomorrow. If I don't film it tonight, I will film it tomorrow, and it'll either be posted later in the day or early Thursday. So, but it'll be this week. Okay, so I will talk to you guys later, and may God bless you all. Bye-bye. All right, I didn't end the video. I actually put it on pause. So I just finished up, you guys. Here's the kohlrabi. 1, 2, and 3. Oops, 3 right there. And then here's the okra. So basically you could say 3, but I put the 4th one in right there where you see my dirty finger. I'm a mess, y'all. I gotta get right into the shower, and it's hot. It's 90 degrees outside, so I'm a nasty mess. But there's 1, 2, and 3. And since we're on, I trimmed my tomatoes yesterday. I put all the carcasses on the floor, but you can see I've got tomatoes coming there. I've got a larger one coming right there. I didn't even know that was on there. And then more flowers. And then in the back, I have some more tomatoes. I have green beans coming. Looks like a jungle over there. I have a cucumber coming. I have plenty of peppers coming. And they're doing really well. So I'm very happy about my garden. And then on the outside, I have a kohlrabi coming. I have a cabbage that's tightening up. Oops, there I go again. Okay, a cabbage that's tightening up. And I put some more squash. I seeded some more squash today out there because I pulled the broccoli. I seeded some more squash, some patty pan, because I lost the one that I had out there. So I seeded 5, so I should get 1 out of the 5. And I also seeded some more green beans to fill in that other garden bed that's out there. So my potatoes, they're starting to die back, so it's almost time to harvest my potatoes, my early ones. I've got three things are early potatoes, and then the rest are all late potatoes that I won't harvest until September. My garlic is just about ready. They sent off the shoots. I've been dehydrating garlic and onion shoots and onions. That's dehydrated to make my own seasoning for onion powder. What else? I have a pigeon pea that's bloomed. Greens are doing good. Everything's doing good this year. So it's been a challenge for me trying to work this garden, but at least I can sit down like I'm doing now and just get up when necessary. So I'm gonna get these plants. The kohlrabi are gonna go right here on this table next to the eggplant and the peppers. I mean, not the peppers, the onion or shallots rather. And then the okra will go back into his spot there in the corner. I want him to get as much sun as possible. So we shall see. I'm gonna go to Depot, and I still have 2 crates here that still has soil. So I may go to Depot and purchase some more okra if they still have it. If they do, I'll buy 2 more plants. I wanted a lot of okra this year, and 3 plants isn't going to give me enough, not to freeze. So I wanted to have at least 10 okra plants. So hopefully I'll get at least 2 or 3 more, and I'll be satisfied with that. Okay, so this is it. This went over 30 minutes, just with me rambling and carrying on. Okay, I will talk to you later. I'm gonna watch this, and hopefully I can edit out my bag if it showed. Hopefully it didn't show on camera. I will find out, because I will be watching closely. Okay, so I will talk to you all later, and may God bless you all. With the dirty hands. Look, ooh, I'm a mess. And if y'all only saw my pants, my arms, my legs, everything is just a mess. So to the shower I go. Bye-bye.